Guru Nation, welcome back. Thank you so much for supporting. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. It really helps. If you don't know what to comment, put a robot emoji. It helps the algorithm. I got a question today from someone in my CRA Academy. They just started week 1. They're asking me, hey, doesn't NDA mean new drug application and also non-disclosure agreement? How do we know when it's referring to the new drug application or the non-disclosure agreement? And there's so many acronyms in this industry. This is going to be quite common. And this doesn't just apply to actual documents in the industry. It also can apply to job titles. CTA might mean clinical trial administrator, clinical trial assistant, clinical trial associate, who knows what else, all kinds of other stuff. Context is what matters. You got to learn how to see the forest from the trees. This is why this is why we wrote the book, The Comprehensive Guide to Clinical Research. I'm pointing behind me like it should be here. It should be, but I don't have it with me. I actually gave it to a doctor today who I want to join to do research with me. But context is what matters. You got to see the forest from the trees. NDA. Let's go back to the NDA. New drug application. This is what sponsors submit to the FDA when they hope to get their PDUFA approved. They submit an NDA, new drug application. If the FDA approves the drug, this is after phase 3. If the FDA approves the drug, the NDA is granted. Non-disclosure agreement is when sites have to sign, or CROs have to sign, but let's keep it in the context of sites. When sites have to sign for a new study in order to get the protocol synopsis to be able to do the feasibility survey for a site selection visit, they have to be able to read parts of the protocol. So the sponsors usually have the sites fill out an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, meaning you will not talk to other sites or other sponsors or anyone really about this study, about the specifics of this study. That's an NDA. Sites will never, okay, it could be confusing, but you got to see the forest from the trees. Sites are never involved in the NDA process, a new drug application process. Yes, they're collecting the data in the study, but it's the sponsor's IP. It's the sponsor's drug. That's another one, IP, investigational product, intellectual property, right? In this case, it means both. Sponsor's intellectual property is the investigational product. The sponsor is solely responsible for the NDA, meaning new drug application. Sites will never have to worry about that. And same thing when it comes to job titles, clinical trial administrator, clinical trial assistant, clinical trial associate, they don't mean anything. You need to understand the actual context of what organization, first of all, is hiring them. Is it a site, CRO, or sponsor, or a vendor? That should give you a lot of clues because you should know those 4 basic stakeholders in research, the 5th one being the patients. Hopefully we all know enough about why patients are and what patients do in studies. But the sites, the CROs, the sponsors, and the vendors, you got to understand these things so you can understand acronyms better. And then once you find out which company is hiring for, let's say, CTA, then you got to look at the job responsibilities. What are they doing? Is it if it's a site, it sounds like it might be assisting a coordinator, or if it's an administrator, it might be overseeing the site, more like a site director. But again, you don't know unless you look at the job responsibilities. So just something here. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully this helps somebody see the forest from the trees. Like, yes, it's important. We all need to get down in the weeds and kind of know the details of things, but it makes no sense unless you take unless you zoom out, take a bird's eye view, and then look at things in a more of a macro overview. So hopefully this helps. Let me know. Talk to you soon. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Bye-bye.